In society, he banned this mainstream Buddhist practice. Since then, to the present day, the Tibetan population worldwide has been divided by this ban. And the Buddhist world is also divided because of this ban. This ban has caused continuous persecution and immense suffering. Before the ban, Tibetans lived together harmoniously, both Shugden practitioners and non-Shugden practitioners, like brothers and sisters, happily sharing monasteries, shops, hospitals and schools. Now they have been forced to separate, and the peace, trust and harmony have been destroyed. Since the ban and its enforcement by the Dalai Lama's supporters, Shugden practitioners have been forced to choose. Either sign an oath to give up the practice of Dorje Shugden, or suffer loss of human rights, persecution and violence. Monks refusing to sign the oath were expelled from their monasteries. In 1 month alone, February 2008, 900 Shugden monks were expelled from their monastery. People who refused to sign the oath are ostracized or expelled from their communities. They are denied basic human rights. Shugden practitioners are banned from entering shops, restaurants and hospitals. Whole communities are segregated. Families have been divided. Tibetan government employers were sent letters saying that if they did not give up their practice of Dorje Shugden, they would have to resign their jobs. The harm caused by this ban extends far and wide, beyond the Tibetan community. 3 years ago, a lawyer requested me to help a poor Shugden practitioner from Mongolia who was seeking asylum in the UK. While he had been a monk in Mongolia, he had suffered false imprisonment and terrible abuse and torture for his refusal to abandon his practice of Dorje Shugden. After escaping from Mongolia, while living in London, he had been badly beaten up in Paddington by fanatical Mongolian supporters of the Dalai Lama. At our first meeting, he kept asking me to prove that I was a Dorje Shugden practitioner, because he was terrified of being persecuted by supporters of the Dalai Lama. He had lost everything. He understood clearly that the source of all his unnecessary suffering was the Dalai Lama, whose power and influence even pervades Mongolia. Shugden practitioners suffer discrimination and segregation. They live in fear for themselves and their families. Some have been threatened, physically harmed, and even killed. Why? Simply because they would not give up their religious freedom to practice Dorje Shugden. I'd like to play a short video just to illustrate some of these points. And to show really that the Dalai Lama's role in this suffering.
This is not religion. This is worship of spirit. So that's wrong.
Must have religious freedom.
At first glance, nothing distinguishes this Buddhist monk from another one. Tibetan is a Shugden monk. Since the past 2 months, in this village of Tibetan refugees in South India, all doors have been closed to him and to all the members of his community.
Look what's written here. Shugden worshippers cannot enter.
They are banned from entering not only shops, but also public institutions. It's apartheid on Buddhist land.
Yeah, you see this one.
What is it?
This is oath. So if you don't take oath, don't come in this hospital.
Monks are forced to take an oath saying that they do not follow Shugden and have no contacts with any Shugden devotee. Loyal to Shugden were expelled from monasteries.
记住当回来了，人生嘛，这个现在本来就得冲下，结束以后就忙去也，假如这钱把它多了，好清楚，多好。
Aren't you ashamed to bring us such trouble? Get them to go. Get rid of them.
A few weeks after the Dalai Lama's speech, Shugden monks could no longer enter monasteries. They were to regroup themselves away from the monastery. Henceforth, they would be regarded as rebels, traitors who turned their backs on their master.
Geshe Lobsang Dondon, 72 years
On
old.
the one hand, we cannot speak with the Dalai Lama. On the other hand, we have no choice but to act against his words. I keep thinking, if only I were already dead.
Recently, I've come to know that religion is no more birth freedom. We've been given two choices of either worshipping His Holiness the Dalai Lama or the deity Dorji Shugden. If we choose deity Dorji Shugden, we are treated as outcasts. In India, outcast is treated as the worst punishment for a person that you can ever give.
There's 20 people that listed in the administration's website. Past, they put a list of hate people and they destroy them, last them, and even the murder.
Followers keep posting denunciations on public walls. They denounce the worshippers of this deity, giving name, address, and often detailed information about its followers and their whereabouts. Why don't you simply advise people not to worship the deity Dorji Shugden and instruct others to be tolerant and avoid violence against those who continue to worship it?
Anyone who's against the Dalai Lama must be opposed without hesitation with men, money, and possessions. That is to say, by all means, including violence.
But I've seen the calls for violence in the newspaper.
No.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
No. I think rumors.
And what they're trying to do is intimidate people who stand up to them.
This is my wife's name. The names of all my children are listed, including concrete information on what school they attend. These wanted posters have been posted everywhere. I assume this is meant as encouragement to kill us. One can't simply wipe away devotion to this deity. Our fathers and our mothers died. The Chinese killed them. Though this was terrible, it didn't strike our innermost being. This ban, however, stabs us right in our hearts.
The Shugden family was literally chased out of their residential area. About 100 people attacked us. Had we gone out of our house, they definitely would have killed us. Fanatical followers of the Dalai Lama tried to burn down this family's house. They broke into our house and destroyed everything. Only few victims are willing to speak out against this persecution.
They made separate rules for us. They said that no one is supposed to talk to us, and no one is supposed to have any contact with us.